we'll be able to deal with a BKB to some degree until Luna has the farm, until the Furin has the farm.
All right, guys, it is time to get this series on the way. It's time for game one of OG Quincy Crew. First, though, we're going to head over to Jake, who's standing ready with the coach of Quincy Crew, Kezu.
Thank you so much. Hello, we are here with Kezu. Kezu, it's a tall task to outdraft OG. How did you guys think you did?
I think we did pretty well. I know them very well as players as well, and I know what my boys want to play, so I think we're very happy with what we got.
Absolutely. Elimination series. If you say this correctly, you guys win the whole thing, you'll go down in history. How do you beat OG?
We do our own thing and we will beat them.
Hell yeah. Well, we'll hopefully see you guys doing your own thing in this match right now. Let's jump into it real quick. We'll throw it to our casters.
Welcome everyone, the battle to the death here, Lacoste, as Quincy Crew take on OG in the lower bracket. What's your first read on this draft?
Just by looking at the heroes, we can expect OG to run at Quincy Crew. The panel talked about how they are going to need something to drag the team fights once the BKBs are up, but I see a lot of big cooldowns on these Quincy Crew heroes. So yeah, OG, they're known to go in and just keep the pressure going, especially when you see this like Phoenix ulti on cooldown. You know there's Wukong's command down. I think we're going to have an extremely interesting match with a lot of kills post 10-minute mark, because OG, looking at the lineup, you know, it's Luna, so that means that they're going to be grouping around early on. You have this Prophet coming out from the position 3, which means that he's going to get a lot of farm. Nyx Assassin scouting things out from Invis and Thompson on his signature Void Spirit.
So Quincy Crew going to have to pick their moments more carefully. Much more delicate draft for them, whereas OG, like you say, it's their play style, it's their drafting style. They run at you non-stop and they force errors from their opponents as we get ourselves into game one of this best of 3. Already smoked up, Quincy Crew looking to try and defend that mid lane. Get as much
we already
intel
get the
as you
D-ward.
possibly can. And there it is. That straight up D-ward from No-Tail. A signal of intent from OG already. And Saxa, he's making a nice little home for himself here in that triangle, forcing Quincy Crew away.
Now they know that there is no ward, so they could potentially make a turnaround play, backstab potentially from the high ground, have the vision advantage. Quincy Crew approaching MSS and Leslau.
Yeah, reclaim their territory, kick them out. No more squatting by OG up in that triangle. Yes, we do have that little Monkey King disguised as a courier. And some treants there as well, but Yawar, he's not going to give this zone up without a bit of a scrap. Gets a couple of hits onto Saxa. And it does allow Quincy Crew to get 3 of those first 4 bounty runes.
Win together, slay together, slay together, slay together.
And that was after OG started with some very aggressive pushes forward. So Thompson, your Void Spirit in the mid lane, facing off against Quinn's Kunkka. Which way do you lean in this kind of melee versus melee matchup?
There's going to be a lot of harassment coming out from Kunkka. Thompson will need to bring extra sustain. I expect supports to come around and protect the 2 and 4 minute water rune, so we'll see who makes the first move. There's going to be a lot of harassment, as I mentioned, on the Void Spirit, the cleave, and you also have a bit of an absorb damage from Resonant Pulse coming out from the Void Spirit.
Oh, No-Tail already with a double stun. Are they going for this? Can he body block MSS? He's forced the Fairy Fire, and a good impale will at least keep Sumail away. The threat of OG already beginning, but there's Quinn, like you said, harassing and chipping away at Thompson. And I think that mid lane, once we get to 6-7 minutes, the panel said it as well, both of these players a little more sacrificial in terms of how much farm they soak up on the map, much more focused on playing aggressively and starting team fights.
I feel like whoever gets 6 in this matchup will just go extremely ham. There's a lot of, pride on the line. You might need to knock out OG. You might knock out OG out of TI. So there's a lot of stuff happening in the heads of these players right now. Back to the bottom lane. Illusion Beam, it got nerfed, so it's now level 1, 9 seconds instead of the 6 seconds before. So a bit of a nerf to Luna's laning stage. Still very strong laner.
Absolutely is, yeah. 7-3 on that CS. Sitting pretty up near the top, and No-Tail. Oh, he's being a busybody, throwing stuns onto Leslau.
Needs to be careful, still level 1 on that Nyx.
He's got nice base regen though, like with the Tango going, 13 HP per second. so he'll be just fine.
For a second, I thought you were doing math, Gary. Then I checked that it's showing on screen. I'm like, how's this guy so correct?
Oh, Thompson!
Ooh,
Careful,
with
buddy.
the fairy fire.
He had the backup of Saxa coming as well. And they will bully Quinn away from lane, but there are water runes to be gathered up. Man, these punches from the ET just keep on coming. Well, it looks like MSS a little worse for wear in that bot spot. Will have to wander back and sell themselves back up to full. Man, these Tidebringer hits onto Thompson. Every time we look into mid.
It's a lot of damage, but there is potentially a turnaround play, or Seb could TP with his Nature's Prophet, deal a couple of extra hits, which could make the difference there.
Yeah, such a great aspect of Nature's Prophet, that ability to dogpile onto people.
And now we see Kunkka.
Oh,
This is his ability. One of the ways to dominate the lanes. Back to Fountain, bottle, full HP, full mana. Didn't talk too much about the top lane. We see Yawar on Monkey King, 11 CS. Seb, how's he doing?
I mean, it's a Nature's Prophet against a Phoenix support, right? So he's continually hitting them.
It's very hard. They don't deal well with the summoned units. And Saxa, he also managed to, leave some XP for Seb on the top lane, checking out the rune for Thompson.
Thompson dragged back into the Torrent. Quinn's going to pummel him a little bit here, but again, no real kill threat. Just putting him in that threshold where the potential for him to die is there. And like you said, of course, forcing him to bring out some more salves as Saxa decided that top lane he's had enough. He will return full HP, full mana, and potentially, bottle refill mid, right, with a TP.
Yeah, because Thompson needs it. Thompson right now sitting at 20% HP. Saxa, hurry up, where are you at?
Please, bro, come out and refill my bottle. There it is.
And we're gonna see a water rune being picked up, use the bottle. Kunkka trying to stack the small camp meanwhile, and we'll pick up the bottom water rune.
And that allows that Void Spirit to stay in the lane, stay in the game. Pretty even in terms of CS between the two of them, but Luna really now becoming that forerunner with 13 denies as well.
That's a lot of denies, Gary.
That's a lot, isn't it? It's been down to Notel's hard work, continually pushing back the Magnus and the Lion. Go on, high-five him.
Notel was expecting a lot more harassment, a lot more aggression coming out from the Quincy's off lane. He brought 2 healing salves, so Luna should be very confident in surviving, and also has 12 magic wand charges, so I don't think they can bring her down. There's going to need to be a rotation from Kunkka to actually kill Samael early on.
Yeah, maybe even the Kunkka and the Phoenix. We'll see what happens. Monkey King, of course, notoriously a faster position 1 hero than some of the others, can get involved early on. We'll see what Yawar will get done in these opening moments of game 1. MSS contending with that pull across. It's been a bit quiet up top, right? Saxa and Seb, they've had Saxa move into mid, roaming around a bit, helping to TP and fill that bottle. Does leave Seb to lap up all of that leftover experience and gold, and he's doing pretty damn well for himself now with a Sprout.
Oh,
the body block.
Be careful. Where the body block
in front. Can they chase down this Monkey King?
Oh,
no.
It was close. It's that Treant
The
went in
combo
front
mid
of him.
though. Quinn's having a crack onto Thompson. He's got the step. Astral step to jump away.
No one can go back and refill the bottle for Thompson, so he will need to go back to base and TP to a lane, potentially TP to one of the side lanes, because I see Notel running down the mid lane, which means that he will be trying to soak up some experience. Hex on Notel,
Where's the
but
root?
there is no follow-up.
Illusion for MSS. So that means no bottle refills. That's OG bringing 2 supports into mid as well. They're really trying to... Oh, Seb. Oh, good Sprout. Yawar cuts through the trees. He's got that Jingu going. One more touch. It's LOA.
LOA getting the first blood. Like, this is very important. Usually you would want to give it to Yawar if that's possible, but still getting a kill on your position. 5 Phoenix means quite a lot. And also he got a decent amount of levels, level 4.5, 6 minutes in on your position 5 is not too bad.
A kill is a kill. Secure it one way or the other. Good skewer. As Laszlo gets himself away from the grasps of OG.
It's very hard for bottom lane to trade Samael. 3 points in Lunar Blessing, which means 25 damage. Oof. So Nyx sitting at 80 damage per hit. Laszlo a bit low on HP. has that Helm of Iron Will, which he will turn, of course, into Helm of the Dominator, something that has been popular throughout the group stage and the main event, where you can do a lot of stuff. You know, we've seen some cookies into Centaur Stomps, empowered creep, and also scouting things out for a potential, you know, if they want to climb the uphill, you can stack with it, and overall just a decent item.
It's so powerful.
Very powerful, Gary.
Very reminiscent of that Centaur build, right? The Ring of Health, no items, just Rush Ring of Health for your Vanguard. Similar from a lot of these offlaners nowadays.
Oh, thank God we're staying away from
We're
that.
away from that,
yeah. Now Helm is the new Ring of Health.
It is. It absolutely is. Seb, going to be jungling a little bit. He's got his TP ready in 10 seconds. Treads and the Blightstone. So potential here for any kill to be converted into an objective if they're able to get on top of Quincy.
Once Seb gets level 6, they're going to start to play a bit more aggressive on the sidelines, because there is a ton of damage coming out from Breath of Nature. LOA.
Well, he finds Seb.
Dive is ready.
He can get away from this, but he's been stomped up. Do they want to finish off the Phoenix? It's going to be a difficult task, isn't it? Meanwhile, mid, Sumail's made his way in there. Backed up by MSS. Quinn will get away, and LOA also diving out of the reach of OG.
I love this from Quinn. I check his quick buy, straight BKB after phase boots.
Yeah.
Understand they have nothing that goes through spell immunity, no magic immunity, so it's going to be very, very tough for them.
And that fits his role in the team as well, right? That chaos creator, the action maker, so he'll be able to run around from a very early point.
As Panel talked about, a bit of a sacrificial. Mid sometimes sacrifices his own farm, so your war and the offlane can get more.
And also, it's indication of how fast they want to play, right? Because we've seen this build quite a lot. The double bracer into the BKB. Are they going to find him? Oh, yeah, they will. Yawar, this time allowed to pick up the kill as bottom. The tier 1 being dived. Quinn's here with an X mark in towards No-Tail, turning him up, and Shockwave back. He does get out of Carapace, so delaying the move that Quincy crew are making. The trouble being, he's being skewered around and destroyed by Quinn, while LOA is going to try to TP away, but Seb and Thompson are both there.
A lot of action happening. There's going to be a ton of pressure on the bottom lane. They even glyph. Like, the value that they get from this glyph is stopping the mid push and also keeping their creeps bottom alive. I don't think there's enough for OG to stop the bottom push.
Sumail is wide out in the open. He's going to get comboed here by MSS and Quinn. Thompson's trying to backstab and Sumail will survive. MSS hiding behind the trees, but they're broken by Seb, who sprouts him up. Pops his stick, but has never enough.
Oh, Quinn.
Is he going to get stopped here? He's slapped up and his courier's died. A nice impale from No-Tail and 4 heroes. OG bring the numbers.
They brought the numbers on a mid lane. They wanted to respond. They saw their bottom tier 1 tower falling. They bring the numbers on a mid lane. They get 2 kills for
and
Thompson.
Conversion into the tower as well.
And they get the tower. Thompson even gets the last hit on the tower. Double damage picked up, so that means that they're going to be playing even more aggressive right now. This is the lineup that does not rely on any of the cooldowns. They find the juicy stack.
They do. Not only finding kills mid, taking the tower, but stealing the stacks. Unable to get the Ancients just yet, but I believe Sumail will be eyeing it up in short order. Right now, he's up top. Should be able to clear through his own triangle, which, it looks like Ancients have been blocked by that sentry ward, though.
They need to devord it, because Luna would definitely love to spend a lot of time right now in a triangle. Mask of Madness is available. Moonglave's about to be maxed out. Also, I like what I see from Thompson. Kaya, straight into Saj. You're playing into so many stuns, especially Lion, so you're going to reduce that duration.
The X Mark, the Lion Hex. Such a great build there for him. No need for the Yule Scepter. No need to rush the Aghanims in this kind of game. And it's much more of the carry-oriented build, right? It's less of the early game, that Kaya Sanj, more of that mid-game build.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary to go for Yules. It's good for breaking up the combo. MSS.
See ya. Good two-man torrent, though. Quinn's here, trying to fight along with LOA, but they don't have Supernova just yet. The Centaur Stomp. Lelis, find a bit of space here for his squad. No-Tail, he's not even going to die. The Nyx is out of there while Thompson...
LOA's level 5 only.
He's cutting into that Phoenix. Oh, dominating streak for Thompson.
That's a good torrent.
Will be losing his life for this. The Monkey King arrives and Yawar slices him in half.
Yeah, they went a bit too deep. Yawar joins the fight. They get the kill on Thompson. For Quincy, they don't have the level 6 on their supports. Finally, Lion buys the tome. Finger is available, unfortunately. LOA still not level 6.
If they have Supernova there, at least they try and force OG away from the fight. But not having such a vital teamfight ultimate really hurting Quincy Crew. 11 minutes in. The Magnus Helm creep. That's roaming around with MSS. That vision, the scouting capabilities, showing off where OG are lurking.
Sumail is swinging it out. Someone needs to unblock the Ancients because he lost quite a lot of farm from this. And they also might need to spend 2 sentries to unblock it. There's the one. It's in range.
Are they going to find it?
It's not in range, Gary.
Oh.
Never mind.
Meanwhile, Dire. Yeah, there's that observer, sentry ward that Notel's looking for. Meanwhile, Dire, the Monkey King, empowered up, is clearing through some stacks of his own. Already has the Echo Saber. Not too far behind his counterpart. You expect Luna to really race ahead, but that Empower is going to allow the Monkey King to keep tabs on her in terms of net worth.
If they did not block that Ancient Camp, Luna would be at 7k. Smoke from Quincy.
LOA now level 6. Whoever the X mark is pretty dead, and it's going to be Seb. Diving in, they'll throw the boat at him, and Seb, there is no escape from this. They've even got a Centaur to stomp him up.
Centaur even helps out. Also, Kunkka used both Ship and Torrent with the Arcane Rune. So
Notel body blocking that. Oh, yes, he is. Cheeky.
Funny business. When you play position 5 Nyx Assassin, I like what he's doing. Maxing out the carapace, lowering the cooldown, increasing the duration. 2 points in Impale is more than enough.
Yeah.
We'll see if he decides to get just a valuable point in mana burn. Position 5 Nyx, you're more of a sacrificial 5. You want to go in. Carapace, even though it sounds like it's an easy spell to use, it's actually one of the hardest one in terms of, you press the button.
It's a skill shot.
It really is. Because if you misuse it, then you put yourself in a really bad spot. And most likely you're going to die.
I mean, I'm looking at Quincy Crew right now, Lacoste. Green lights across the board. What do you want them to do? They've got all their ultimates. They seem fight ready.
They have Magnus. This is their big timing. Magnus, RP available with the blink. Now it's time to take a fight. Dobson already using the Simulate.
Yeah, they will kick it off onto the Void Spirit. He actually steps away and the boat doesn't land. Saxa's there with a nice Earth Splitter. Wukong's command has ended. OG, they weather the storm. 2 ultis down.
That's exactly what they needed to do. They want to prolong the fight. Where's the blink skewer? Less loud thinking about it, but there is no tier 1 tower.
Yeah, biding his time.
While all this is happening, Luna is just farming the triangle right now. That sentry ward.
It lasted
they
way too long.
cannot find it.
They're still there. I guess Notel did get a bit of revenge body blocking one of the spawns on this dire side of the map. And Saxa, yet again, planting his flag in this triangle.
Notel just memeing, look at me, I'm the sentry now.
Well, that's what he's up to. Well, yeah, he's not moving around, he's just staying up there.
If you can take any pressure off the map for Luna to get her BKB, this is the big timing for OG. Once you get that Orchid, which is available on Nature's Prophet, and getting closer to the BKB, they don't necessarily need to rush things.
Vitally important. And it's a bit of a step away from what we know and love and expect from OG, but here's LOA getting a high ground ward down. Sees Seb, but Saxa is going to try to stomp this, not landing it. The TP was far too quick. As they aim for Sumail instead, Laszlo, he gets the RP down, and Sumail, half HP, there's no way out, is there? Eclipse and one, there may be a turn with Notel arriving, he doesn't land the stun!
Misses the stun, Shockwave in a second.
Can they get Sumail with an X mark? They surely can, but they TP in with Thompson arriving. They get back onto Yuan, they blow up the Monkey King in a 1-for-1 trade. Quincy gets a double blow.
That's a really good trade for Quincy. They managed to kill 3 of OG members while only losing the Monkey King, and Quinn's getting big. That's his BKB getting delivered. Sumail maybe expected a bit earlier help there from Nyx Assassin.
Yeah.
Even if Nyx lands a stun, Kunkka was still coming from the south, so he still dies. Dobson pinging things out. Quinn a bit too hard to kill. Might try to poke. with possible Nature's Prophet, try to get the BKB charge off.
Even with these moves, though, the net worth dead even between the two squads. The control of the map doesn't feel like it's edging one way or the other just yet.
Both teams playing very carefully right now. That was a good move from Quincy, picking off OG's carry. Scouting Roche.
But now it's a waiting game.
Red light, green light, Gary.
That's the game they're playing, Lacoste.
There are no green dots, only one on Monkey. Yeah. So OG trying to use this as their advantage. Quincy Crew will definitely defend this.
They have to.
Try to poke, maybe delay it.
They do get a tower mid. And that will force OG to come back and try and stand off against them, but no tail. Missing the impale on LOA means no kill. Dire even scanning the Roche pit there. But the ability now for OG to TP Seb top, apply pressure on the opposite side of the map is something that Quincy Crew are always going to have in their mind. Especially, ooh, do we go on this Phoenix? Because Lizlau is here, gets a skewer.
Good carapace.
Yeah, good carapace. Does stop any kind of skewer play after the shockwave. And again, we return to our sides of the river. But if there's any team that understands this Nature's Prophet and the ability to split push and control the game, it's got to be Quincy Crew with Lizlau, right?
Quincy will strike right now. They need to be pushing out the lanes to have them in good position. Monkey King disassembled. Echo Saber now has a BKB. We'll go back once again for that Echo Saber because it's too valuable item, but now they have 2 BKBs ready and a Blink Dagger on Mag. We still have not seen RP being used, so looking forward to that. Seb being pinged out.
That's the target they want to go for. Immediate TP, but in comes the RP. Bring down the Prophet. No more pesky Seb pushing out these lanes, as it looks like OG are rallying down in that bottom lane, still considering what kind of fight they can bring out here. They spot the Phoenix. Elder Titan Spirit with a Vendetta stun mid-air, they catch him.
Meanwhile, Torrent on the mid lane, full combo.
They're gonna get him. They found him. Quinn and MSS pair up to look for Sumail, but the BKB not enough. Thompson backstabs MSS, but he doesn't have any backup.
Oh, this is gonna cost OG quite a lot. Luna getting picked off twice and also using a BKB charge.
Feels bad for Sumail. That's a couple of deaths in a row. Not really accomplishing anything otherwise. Yeah, torrented, stunned, hexed, and dies. So a good turn of events here for Quincy Crew. Again, you said that's their moment to strike. Use a couple of ultimates, get a couple of kills, and then calm things down. Return to farming with that empowered Monkey King, and even the empowered Kunkka, if he gets it. For now, relying on the Tidebringer for his farming. Thompson hungry for that Helm creep. And even looking into the dire jungle here, but not able to see any heroes. They will get a couple of D-wards though on that Obs and Sentry. And that's Roshan control, isn't it? Looking to really dominate the area around the pit.
Yeah, they want to have vision around the Roche pit because their heroes are really good at taking it. You have Nature's Prophet with Trians tanking it up. You have Luna.
Good stop.
BKB is available once again.
Tail doesn't have mana for stun. Earth Splinter's in, but LOA has the Supernova. It feels like OG were just trying to bait it out. No Tail will give his life for one of those ultis of a Quincy Crew. They do get a root on this. Elder Titan though is Saxa. He's got nowhere to run. OG can't hide. He's being run at by Quincy Crew. The Wukongs. It's arrived.
Hex is available.
Thompson. 3 quick kills. Quincy Crew asserting their dominance. They're charging forward.
Quincy Crew just bringing the numbers. They're doing a very good job protecting their heroes. They don't have the best Roche taking lineup, so they need to chill a bit. Maybe once their AC is up, so that's gonna buff him up, give a bit more minus armor.
As long as you stay positive.
And now biding their time for those ultis to come up again. What's the... Oh, Seb. Sprouts, Yawar. Silences the Monkey
That's
King.
not gonna help
but he's
him.
dying 1v1. Yawar's Monkey King. That Dire Observer would a little deeper, knowing that Seb was coming. Allows them to set up on the Prophet. And again, it's Quincy Crew Beautifully done.
Yawar's game read so far has been excellent. Joining the fights when it's necessary, jumping from 3 to 3, playing around the Magnus to give him that M-power, staying on top of the network. His item build also very standard stuff, I would say, in this situation when there's so much at the stake. BKB, once again, going for that Echo Saber, and the next item is Scotty.
Yeah, and in comparison to Sumail we just saw there, Yawar doing much, much better across the board. Top net worth on the Monkey King. Far more kills. And far more game impact, like you're mentioning. Quinn. If anybody walks up that ramp, they're his. Oh, they'll know there's a bit of vision. Tapped by the Wrath of Nature. Quinn is such a difficult target to go on now with his BKB.
They cannot burst him down. They just don't have the tools. They will need to possibly lock him with the Nyx Assassin into ET Stomp, into Remnant, which is going to be very hard to deal with. You need to bring the numbers, you need to group around, and this is where Magnus Lion could make a counterplay. Also Phoenix level 12 on your position 5 has level 2 ulti. They don't have the egg hitters. If they can kill Luna or disable her, egg is not gonna be killed.
Yeah, who does it come down to then? Seb has to do it, but Seb has to be, oh, the quick BKB. Very fast on the fingers. Let's get a little stun onto the Monkey King here. Sleeping the Magnus, and Carapace back, but MSS with a Hex, a bit of back and forth, but a two-man stun, the Supernova in the back.
Supernova.
They're gonna find them! Sumail has to BKB and run, but Laszlo has the RP! Bloody gorgeous stuff from Quincy Crew, and they're gonna keep going for more! Seb, he's X-Mark cracked back, he's dead! Quincy Crew has their number! Saxa with Thompson try and turn around onto Quinn. No teleport back for this, but Yawar with a triple kill!
Thompson needs to be careful. Only the Simulate is available. Nice dodge.
He gets away from the stun, and a double kill will be his. But another torrent's there for an ultra. Yawar's Monkey King. 9, 1, and 5.
He's just too powerful to deal with. They need to prolong the team fights. Even though they need to keep fighting and lower the BKB durations, it's gonna become much easier for OG to take a fight. They just don't have the tools right now to deal with this overfarmed Monkey King and Kunkka.
1,000 gold. I like that. Very aesthetically pleasing. 1,111.
Phoenix surviving, as we mentioned, it's very hard to kill him. Shard was available, so that means a Supernova. Sunray during the Supernova, we're going to see that again.
And he was on that high ground, right? Just above the staircase when he got his egg off. He backs all the way up, knowing that they want to fight here. Even under OG vision.
That was such a good impale there from Lion, Earth Spike.
And there's the finish. Goes in for that RP. And Yawar, even when his BKB ends, he just knows that they've got them on the run. Great ability just to keep on running forward and battle. I mean, Thompson. There's just nothing he can do. He just dissimulates to try and get away from the stun, but that's it. Gets a double kill and bails away. OG feeling a bit worse for wear the way these fights have been going.
Sumail getting closer to Shard. This is the build on Luna that we've seen in the main stage.
They found Seb again.
There's too much damage.
DD Rune Kunkka slaughtering him. Yes, you'll find MSS and LOA, but Sumail is gonna run. Saxa battling back onto Quinn. The X-Mark forces the BKB. A nice stomp in there, but Quinn has one of his own. The shiny golden god is chasing No Tail now. Quincy got to be a little bit careful though.
Need to pull back. Yawar BKB is available.
Thompson's got a lot left in the tank, but you're right. There's Wukongs, there's BKB on that Monkey King, and potential buybacks from Quincy's supports.
Luna just hit level 18, so that means more beams coming out from her. Getting closer to that Shard. Shard, even though it got nerfed, it's still a very good Shard. We've seen in the previous series where there was a Crystallis and also Aghanim Shard, or the one before.
Hello.
Now inside the pit.
Hello. It's an Assassin who's got a carapace on the two of them with a two-man stun to go along with it. Laszlo's blown up. Oh, Quincy Crew, they thought they were making a move.
He's getting blocked.
OG to turn it back on them. They get the Luna though. Magnus for Luna doesn't feel so bad.
Saxa in a very bad spot, trying to get out.
Little stomp there, but they'll scout him out.
And this fight is over for OG. Thompson Thinking about going back in again.
He's got no tail there, but high ground vision spots Topson coming in. He's under the outpost, and they know exactly what he's up to. Arcane Rune already used up. Topson would love to have a bit of a scrap. Eyes up quick.
Playing a bit of a dangerous game here.
And he's looking towards MSS.
First silence, second silence into Remnant.
But now what? Dissimulate away, try and run and hide.
Fight might be over for OG, but it's not over for Topson. Still thinking about going in once again. Arcane Rune available.
And No Tail playing on this dire side of the map. He's scouting, he's looking for anyone that's lurking. We'll get a D-ward as well. But Topson's there. This pairing, just finding kill after kill, or do they? The boat turn around with Quinn arriving. They kill off the Phoenix, but now Quinn will chase down No Tail. Oh, he doesn't want to go for it. He's so afraid of what's lurking in the shadows.
Too afraid of the bug. It's very hard for him to play. It's like solo kill the Nyx Assassin. There's always going to be this fear of Carapace, and he does not have any invis and any reveal.
And here's Yawar, that full up Skadi. Next up, the Basher in the quick buy for him. Quincy crew will have their ultimates already pretty soon, but OG knows there is a window here. 3 heroes smoked, Topson one of them. After the Aghanim Scepter, heading into E-Blade, looking for that magic nuke damage, but also saves, right? The damage from Quincy crew, heavy physical from Monkey, Kunkka, and the Magnus.
Potentially there is a turnaround. Once he picked up that Aghanim Scepter, started playing a bit more aggressively. 2 supports, they don't have any kind of defense tools, so he will need to jump the back lines. Try to burst the Phoenix, play with the Nyx Assassin, who can provide the vision.
Well,
smoke from Quincy.
OG 3 hero smoke, Quincy respond with 5. The entirety of OG though up in that top lane, soft pushing it with a Treants, scouting with No Tail's Nyx.
Also bought Gem, so they can see Nyx Assassin. He's been very annoying. Historically, any Hex, Shaman, Lion were always powerful against the Nyx Assassin. Can't use that Carapace.
Catch him before he can turn your damage back onto you. Great to Treants. Gonna whack away at that top tier 3. Quincy crew not having any of that though. They are straight into the Roche pit.
Now they have 3 BKBs. Even Leslau finished his.
And there's no context here from OG.
They know this is happening. No one's showing up. They need to know something fishy is happening.
They get the Aegis for free. Top tier 3 is half HP. But OG don't get the finish. They want to fight this still though, even with the Aegis in hand. OG, Quinn nearly blown up. Can they take him down? They'll get it.
Yes, they can.
Kunkka's
can
gone.
finish him.
No Tail's traded out. They buy back on Quinn. Great boundless strike though from Yawar. Picks up Sumail and straight back onto the ET. Fake pump the RP. Leslau didn't even need it.
There was like no way they go into that fight and kill Monkey King twice. The BKB, the Aegis on him, he's just too powerful. Level 23 right now. They need to be very aware how strong he is. They didn't even use 3 ultis. There's still 3 green dots on top of the screen for Quincy.
Yeah. Like at the very end of that, Leslau was like, do I have to? Now I can hold my RP for next fight. 4 minutes left at Aegis 2.
Quinn expended his buyback. I don't think it's that costly. Still, OG cores are keeping up in terms of net worth.
And the longer we drag this game out, the more efficacy this Prophet has in the ability to split push lanes, control that map, and do physical damage. He's got Witchblade, Orchid, heading into Shadowblade. He is becoming another carry hero.
No Tail scouting him out.
Hello. Bit of monkey business. LOA's behind him.
They need to protect Luna. They need to have some kind of protection. Nyx Assassin finally finishes his item. That force
the
could make a difference. Nice Carapace.
With a Spirit on top of him, he's going to get stomped up here. Sumail, he's waiting for his moment. There's Topson blinking in the back with the RP on the Luna. They catch her out.
Inside the
Wukongs, and down you go. MSS is Ghost Sceptered up, and they're going to find another one. Quincy crew with another couple of quick kills. beautiful execution. And with Quinn coming in, they do stomp him to stop the combo. But Yoar is so strong.
He's out of everything to simulate the big AoE, but still, he's gonna drop.
Gets that streak away from Thompson. Luna and the Void Spirit both dead. Massive kills here and a monumental victory for Quincy Crew.
Less loud, not even flinching, not thinking about it twice. He
There's
sees
the Luna.
Luna, RP straight away, skewer back inside the Wukong's command. There is too much damage coming out from the Monkey King. Still 2.5 minutes left on it. They're gonna go for the high ground push. There is Kata, and there is also an Alpha Wolf.
Oh yeah, and a couple of shard golems as well. Go on, little buddies. Get up to the high ground and,
Less loud
and
does
die.
not want to micro. The Alpha Wolf just presses move on Monkey King. Now Wolf, you know, still in.
Meanwhile,
Being very
top
close.
lane,
Oh, No-Tail needs to be careful.
he does. He tries here on the monkey. They silence him up with all that damage. Where did his HP go? Aegis gets popped out, and top lane, I think, has lost a tower, denied by the Lion, as you are. Well,
Safe trade
BKB
from your
TP,
war.
so an
It's a single
even
second,
trade.
BKB.
As long as we stay positive, we'll win.
Yeah, just TP it out. Did not want to risk anything. He knows there are no BKB piercing abilities. He gets out immediately. I always feel BKB, you know, I'm never going to get used to BKB going from 10 seconds to 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Because it feels like what chocolate factories are doing and like chips.
Sorry, what?
You pay the same price nowadays, but you get the less, you know, amount from it.
Oh, you're paying for air in the bags,
Yeah,
aren't you?
pretty much.
Yeah, it's a tragedy. I mean, back in our day, we could sell BKB and buy a new one, Lacoste.
Yes, we could.
Long gone. One of those days, though.
I'm very happy that we cannot do that anymore because the games would be pretty boring.
Infinite games, infinite buybacks, and infinite BKBs. We're in a really good place right now. Quinn has a Scythe of Ice queued. So that's even more control to be able to handle the Void Spirit, who, you know, he's been one of the struggles, one of the challenges Quincy Crew has been having is dealing with Thompson. So far, it's been focus Sumail, kill him off. Do you think that Seb's and Thompson's build here have been an adaptation to that, knowing that Sumail will be a target? They're building more into the kind of carry builds here, from the Prophet especially.
Yeah, that's what Nature's Prophet does. He wants to be able to scale. You have a scaling lineup coming out from your off lane as well. Now has like that Witchblade, the Orchid. They want to prolong the team fight. They want to keep them as long as possible. Try to bait one of the big spells. And ET, he finally finished his item. This is what Saksa
Nice.
has been saving for.
Oh.
Aghanim Scepter done, Mask of Madness
Oh, yeah.
queued up. I think Fog would be pretty proud about this build that he's going for. Also, like just max move speed. Phase Boots, Wind Lace, and also holding Spider Legs.
If there's a hero or an item build that shows off EG, it's that right there. Run at you with some big, heavy punches.
Well, we brought EG into this game. I guess you meant OG.
OG,
but,
sorry.
Yeah. A lot of Gs. Everything's gaming, esports, e-gamers.
Oh, don't bring e-gamers into this, Lacoste. We've told you about that. Is it smoke time from Quincy? They're all grouping up here. Still quite a long time to wait for the next Roshan. So we'll need some fights. Now,
Monkey King. Level 25, full Abyssal Blade. So even if you have a BKB, you're still not gonna be secure. You're not gonna feel safe. And that extra Wukong's command ring. It's great for sieging. Quincy Crew, they don't need to rush anything. Next Roshan will spawn in 2 minutes. So if they can possibly get a pick off, that'd be great. But they're playing for the Roche timing.
Yeah, and there we saw double Eon Disc, Abyssal Blade. Tons of ways to win a team fight for Quincy Crew. No tail, yet again being very pesky. Sneaky bug in that dire half of the map.
Great itemization from Quincy
Coming in
Sports.
behind.
Those two Eon Discs
Goes
are going to
the
keep
other
them
way.
alive. Here we go.
And there's the Eon Disc already. Nice hex,
But
a
another
second
good
Eon Disc,
silence.
but they're blowing up.
Both them up.
Thompson gets both supports. Now Quinn. Oh, he's got BKB ready. He's going to have to use it here. He's going to have to run. But no, you are. He's been stunned. A whole
Fourth
toss
off.
back, finds no tail. but a Wukong's command for a Nyx Assassin, and losing both supports feels pretty bad for Quincy Crew.
That was such a great execution there from OG, poking, proccing the Eon Disc, and then going back in again. Thompson using the full combo, and now holding the gem, so that's gonna be the big one. They can see Kunkka, they can get the D-wards, and their Nyx Assassin can feel a bit more safe going in and initiating from the invis.
Yeah, Thompson the one holding it. There is a high ground board for Quincy there, though. So he's not gonna spot that just yet. While Leslau sees him perfectly. Knows that Saxa is just behind Thompson. But there's the horn toss, drag him back in. Thompson will dissimulate and E-Blade and blow him up!
Oh man, this is a classic Thompson play. Gets horn tossed and still manages to get a kill. Hits level 25, dissimulate stuns for 2 seconds, so that's gonna be very hard. He has an extra ring, also extra damage coming up from the shard.
And it felt like Leslau maybe could have RP'd that, but you're right, Thompson just outplaying him. Now with an Eon Disc of his own, even more impervious to the Quincy Crew abilities to catch him out. Scythe of Voice done on the Prophet now. Is there someone to play with No Tail down here? Seb is pretty distant. So No Tail's Nyx just going to try and keep tabs on the Monkey King, see if he jumps across the canopy.
There, he's dead. Yawar knows. He knows something's fishy.
Something's going on down there. MSS is even here. Bring everybody to this. If OG are setting up, we will as well.
Roshan will respawn in a second. There he is. Sumail scouting it out.
Straight into the pit.
They just saw members of Quincy Crew on the bottom lane, while Seb is showing top. Buyback, not available on him, but has a full sight of Weiss. This Roche is going to go down so quickly. Quincy's not going to be able to respond.
They are nowhere near fast enough. That's a huge grab for OG. Oh, look. Oh, he's a massive golden piggy. Beautiful. And there it is. Roshan falling. OG claiming the prize. Saxa grabbed up by Quinn. X-Mark dragged, and the backstab again from Thompson. Forces the supernova, but the Abyssal Blade, oh no, he's out! You cheeky devil just assimilates away thanks to that Eon Disc.
Yeah, that Eon Disc. Ghost Ship Fleet not hitting anything. They're thinking about going in.
Oh, they got Quinn.
Assassin.
He's got no BKB. He's dead. One more touch will secure it, and with no buyback, they'll need the RP. Inside the Wukong, Sumail skewered back. That's a good amount of damage, but MSS, he's been destroyed. Sumail going deep with Thompson. They want LOA with the E-Blade strike, but they can't finish off the Phoenix. Instead, they want the Monkey King slapped up, and a big splitter will rip him in half.
Buyback available, needs to do it.
Has to buy back, and we're in a 3v5 as OG shred their base.
OG did not lose a single hero. Kunkka, since he bought back in the previous fight, he does not have gold. Buyback is available. And Roche, if they want to play this safe, they can go inside the pit.
I mean, they still have 4 minutes left.
They're a bit low on HP.
Sumail going high ground, 3 minutes 40 on the Aegis. They can keep pushing this. They must know. Sensing blood in the water now. Quincy Crew, a wounded animal. And OG and the Hunters looking to finish off the kill. Thompson, he's on Lion. They've got you on.
This is
that's game one done.
They're calling it. What a turnaround from OG in game number 1.
After a superb laning stage and early game from Quincy Crew, OG pick their moment.
It was a Thompson show. Sumail, they had his number. They shut him down completely. But when it mattered, Thompson managed to pick the team up, play around, go for those risky plays. The classic Thompson show.
Really gorgeous, gorgeous stuff there. Game 1 victory.
Yeah, everyone's going to be pushing him into the fight for sure.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing this game too. I am definitely hoping for a third game, but of course OG will try to put a stop to that and make this one a clean one. Let's find out what their coach has to say, Misha, at the end of this draft. It's Lex.
Thank you so much. We are pleasured to see a drafting ban here for OG. My goodness, everyone wants to know how you guys think. So I'll ask you some very broad questions so you don't have to reveal anything. Is that all right?
Yep, it's cool.
Fantastic. Dawnbreaker, not the most successful hero in this tournament, yet you guys decided to pick that one up. Can you share why?
Topius is crazy on it.
I see. We're going to be in for a treat then, huh?
Yep.
All right, well, that's all we're going to get then. Let's see this game and see if she really is as crazy as we claim. The game is beginning.
Topson is crazy on it, mid-Dawnbreaker, but I think the panel and we both think that that battle of the brothers is what we're going to be aiming towards, right? The fast farming carries, Medusa against Templar Assassin, able to pay at such pace.
Yeah, I'm really, focused on this Dawnbreaker on a mid lane. We saw during the group stage Virtus.pro playing this hero 3 times as a carry.
Yeah.
It was relatively successful, but they stopped doing it. So I want to see what this hero can do from the mid lane. Like, your main item needs to be Echo Saber because the item is too good. I want to see how far Topson can go, because anything that can dive in, anything that can juke, Topson can play it.
Anything that can be anywhere on the map with your team, right? And it's a trend we've been seeing throughout this TI. In the group stages, now in the main event, heroes like Nature's Prophet, like this Dawnbreaker, the ability to traverse the map globally. Sumail goes for the meld, No-Tail and LOA both get those initial Observer Ward bounties though, as it looks like Yawaz Medusa has just been pummeled under that fissure.
Yeah, good start for OG. Sumail starting with meld. Not the greatest thing you want to have for the laning stage, but they got the kill out of it, because your range is pretty bad. Like, you don't have the side blades, no refraction means a bit less damage. Still, they got the kill. They got the first blood on Saksa.
A great start for them. No-Tail even going deep into that Radiant Triangle, as OG potentially getting 4 bounty runes to kick off game 2 here. Saksa's going to find it, isn't he? Across we go with a Snapfire. And all that money into the pockets of OG. That's going to speed up your bottle for Topson. Give him a grand old time in the mid lane against Quinn's Void Spirit.
All right, now they're keeping 3 heroes on the top. Wyvern with the Arctic Burn. They could potentially try to make a play and get the second first blood, whatever.
Second first blood. And Sumail, you're right. He is being right-clicked down, but they're unable to finish him off. Instead, turning and facing against No-Tail.
No-Tail using Nightmare level 1, not something you want to have, so this top lane is... these 2 spells, Nightmare and Meld, not something you want to have level 1, but MSS putting a lot of pressure on Bane. Bane usually one of the heroes that can trade really well against whoever, maybe not against Nature's Prophet, but the rest of the heroes he does pretty well. This time around it's going to be much tougher for him.
Absolutely is. Tri-laning around that Dusa. But you can feel it. Looking at the way that OG are playing across the board. That mid lane, the bottom lane, and looking here into the top lane. They are still trying to keep the aggression going.
The big camp is blocked, so there's not going to be any pulls on the top lane. Nicely done by OG.
And Seb with Saksa, knowing that Laszlo is left alone down here, playing in behind the tower. 8-1 Earthshaker and a 2-0 Mars. Not feeling too happy, but does have that large camp blocked, like you mentioned, on both sides of the map. So Saksa will come in and reopen the neutrals.
There's still no center wards on both supports of Quincy.
They're bringing
so that
one on the
means,
courier.
yeah, they're coming, but this means that it's not going to be available for the next minute. And next time around it happens, No-Tail can body block. We see Saksa setting things up.
Yeah,
with
No-Tail and Saksa with a Nightmare Cookie, minus armor galore. MSS is down. The little shredder and that meld attack make short work of the Monkey King. Now OG match the tri-lane with one of their own. As Topson, okay, just a bit of chip damage there onto Quinn.
It was only a matter of time until Saxa shows up on the top lane. He got his level 2 supports off Quincy. Unfortunately, Monkey not level 2 yet. LOA. Keeping a tri-lane with Wyvern and Medusa.
Yeah.
Stealing a lot of XP from Medusa, which means that she can't fall back to the jungle early on. Like, this might be a bit of a tricky tri-lane that Quincy Crew is trying to pull off.
Yeah, I was going to ask what your thoughts were, because looking at the CS, Medusa, okay, you know, 12 and 6, they are shutting down the TA a significant amount, but it doesn't feel like it's enough with this kind of aggressive tri-lane. And then I noticed Thompson is 27 and 1. He's having a bonkers time in that mid lane, and Quinn being forced to try and dodge the Starbreaker. Oh, Yawar.
That's why they picked it, Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Dawnbreaker completely shutting down this Void Spirit.
Destroying him in this early laning stage. 15-1 for Quinn. And now you're looking at the top lane, Arctic Burn on cooldown. Yawar with not too much mana to work with. 2 supports up in their face, forcing them to sit at their tier 1. So it looks like MSS has given up on the top lane. Swings down to bottom to try and relieve some of the pressure off of that Mars at the very least.
Yawar can farm. He can get close. No-Tail could set things up with another Nightmare.
Yawar, he's pinged out. No-Tail's not going for it, and a good dissimilate allows Quinn to disengage from OG. How's that bottom lane going now? Because we've seen this Mars have a really bad early game because he was alone completely, but he's caught up, hasn't he?
Yeah, both of these heroes are gonna farm this time around. Something that Seb has really been good at is playing versus one-on-one, and also his itemization. I think this is his strongest part, like understanding what needs to be done in a certain situation, getting a boost of speed, getting a belt of strength, going for that earlier power treads. Also has a Ring of Health queued up, something that has been like really popular. Seb
might not have expected MSS to still be lurking around down here, and he definitely wasn't expecting Yawar to arrive, but Seb with the stuns holds them back for a sec. Oh, he's dipping into the trees, but he can't juke away. Laslau and MSS clear through the Earthshaker, and that allows them to swap their lanes again.
They were getting nothing done on the top lane, so no surprise Medusa decided to go to the bottom. Now Mars level 5.5. They're gonna need to play around Mars, who's very high level, doesn't have much mana to work with, needs to bring the courier.
And that mid lane, tons of stuns. Sumail moves forward onto Laslau. No-Tail front lining for his TA, making sure that the Arctic Burn is primarily doing damage to him and not onto Sumail. Monkey King. Oh,
2 jumps.
he got the cookie stun.
Monkey can jump higher.
He can. Got a trampoline. Laslau, Nightmare traded back onto the TA there. A little bit of misplay from OG. So the Mars will be just all right. Especially with the backup of that Winter Wyvern.
Solar Guardian is available on Dawnbreaker, so you gotta be very careful rune spawning. Quinn gonna be picking up that double damage. That's a big one. If anyone decides to step up a bit and move closer to the towers, Seb.
Well, let's step up on Seb. There it is, the Solar Guardian coming in. Aim onto MSS with a good cookie. And a great turnaround from OG. You called for it. Thompson's movement. That global potential from the Dawnbreaker just appearing out of the woodwork.
It's very hard. It's like playing against Nature's Prophet when he was popular hero. On a mid lane, you know that there's going to be a ton of damage coming out, or Zeus, any kind of a global presence. So you need to be careful a bit whenever it's up.
Sumail speared back. Great move by Laslau. And MSS, he's arrived here. Monkey King.
There's the arena.
Helped out by the arena. Will secure the Templar Assassin here. Chip away little by little and find that carry kill they need.
Sumail, before dying, hiding inside the melt, inside the shadows, outside of the tower range, so they need to use at least us. Spend some gold on the supports, but valuable kill for Quincy.
Tons of stacks being built up, though, on both sides. Dire, Radiant Triangle full up. Dire top jungle, plenty there for them.
Medusa.
But Yawar.
Good block.
Nothing left to give here for Saxa and Seb. But Yawar, with no regen, having a pretty rough time. And 40 seconds on that cooldown of Solar Guardian, so Topson couldn't join in either.
Topson's completely popping off on Dawnbreaker. 72 CS compared to Quinn's 53.
A massive net worth difference between him and the Void Spirit too. 800. As Quinn with a DD rune. Oh, he's found Sumail on MSS. He's been setting up these kills wonderfully. Might even go in here for No-Tail. Laslau, he's arrived. God's Rebuke and the Spear. The Bane did get a Nightmare down on the Monkey King, but with the body blocks arriving, Oh, he's got 3 stick charges, but he can't withstand this. Quincy crew, yet again, bring the numbers to the fight.
With Sumail already gone, Sumail will need to recover. They need to start making some stacks bottom lane. Saksa and Seb getting another one.
Finding LOA. And that's down to, like we saw earlier, Yawa's Medusa was brought low, had to go back to jungle, had to regen up. Now, being scouted by Saksa, but under a Radiant Observer Ward. Yawa not too bothered about that, but Quinn might look for a cheeky solo kill. Saksa's pinging it out. Seb's behind him, but they don't know that Quinn's invis, do they? They've got no clue that Void Spirit is lurking right above their heads. Good jump in, and he might even go for Seb. LOA's come in from the right-hand side. The pincer movement from Quincy crew, collapsing onto OG.
Yeah, Quinn controlling the runes 2 times in a row. First picking up the double damage. Then again, Invis scouting things out for any potential gank, keeping Yawar alive and also allowing him to get a kill. So that's very nice. Sumail needs to recover. He needs to be in the jungle. Top lane's almost unplayable. Mars.
They're on the Mars.
He's bringing the numbers.
Topson arrives. Laslau doesn't stand a chance. But what can they do off the back of this? Because with a Prophet, you were mentioning they can, convert it into a tower, make a bit of a push happen. Topson's just going to sit here and farm.
A bit limited on tower damage early on. Luminosity maxed out. Same goes for Celestial Hammer, getting very close to Echo Saber.
Very close indeed. On 200 gold away, and they will do a little bit of damage here to the tier 1, but very unlikely to lead to its downfall. 10 minutes. Rune's about to spawn. And No-Tail will gladly take the regen rune while dissimulating away. Quinn turns back to play with Saksa. MSS, Boundless Strike, and the Primal Spring back in onto No-Tail. They'll pick off both OG support, and Topson's been left stranded in the river.
Trap, he's pinging the trap.
He's in a lot of trouble. Oh, the turn! Oh, he tries, but he's 1v5.
He needed some kind of assistance. Unfortunately for them, Seb did not have TP ready, but very aggressive, very nice move from Quincy crew, getting some advantage early on. Now 4 heroes on a mid lane.
And they push that tier 1 pretty quickly. Saksa with the kisses, lobbing lava onto LOA's Wyvern, melting and thawing.
Saksa single-handedly, I'm gonna say defending the tower because the tower has fallen, but in the end, getting a kill and getting some juicy XP also allows him to get level 6, level 7 from that. Bane needs a bit more experience for Fiend's Grip.
And space for TA, right? She cleared triangle, cleared stacks. She's second in net worth, just a touch behind that Dawnbreaker. As Quinn and MSS pairing up once more. This duo is all across the map. And Seb, he does Echo Slam back. Oh, that mischief attempt. He tried to go for it, but Seb's there with a slam.
Dissimulate.
The Solar Guardian.
He's
Quinn is being baited in. They get him. Seb comes out with a double kill thanks to Topson.
Perfectly baited there by Seb. He understands how tanky he is. They almost bring him down. Enchant Totem, level 3, ton of damage.
And Laslau misses Spear. Saksa, he's isolated. Should be easy pickings here for Quincy crew. But after losing that bottom lane fight, they need so much more. No-Tail will be a sacrificial offering from OG, because Topson clears through that bottom tier 1 in the meanwhile.
Simultaneously happening multiple fights.
It's a long word for you, Lacoste.
It really is. It is. Yeah, I was focused really hard, and now you interrupted me, Gary, and now I feel bad. Topson, I see what he has queued up after the Echo Saber. We're going to see that again. Seb, Monkey King tried to dodge, managed to do so, but the damage from Enchant Totem, he cannot later. And Quinn Seb also high-fiving.
Man, not respecting the Solar Guardian. Back up to top. Seb's in once more. The Fisher connecting on two of them as it looks like they will pick off the Shaker at long last.
showed up.
OG, what do you want to do?
Here's
Celestial Hammer in on
Thompson.
the DOTA. That's a lot of damage, but Thompson doesn't get the killing blow. Great Winter's Curse, holding back OG. Quinn wants in onto the support, and NoTail will be his prey. They've stunned Thompson for a sec. He wants LOA. Cold Embrace will but delay the inevitable.
Sumail with the side blades, getting the kill. Now they can start thinking about pressuring this tower. It's half HP.
These combos have been so good from OG. The cookies into the Fishers and Chance, and a Starbreaker out of Thompson. They pressure the tower, but Quincy crew are all respawning reasonably soon. But it doesn't look like they want to be up in this top part of the map.
Yawar has been very active on his Medusa, involved in 10 out of 13 kills.
Is that a
which
good
is
thing?
Pretty. Huh?
Is that a good thing?
I think so. I mean, it
Fighting
could have
into the
been in
farming.
a triangle, but triangle has been invaded by OG members, so he needs to find another spot right now, focusing a bit more on the farm.
Oh. Oh.
OG, ooh.
Ooh. He's up there, but Seb, who's he found? It's Leslau. Again, the Cold Embrace will just slow things down for OG by a couple of seconds. They get the kill regardless.
He didn't even use the Echo Slam. Fiend's Grip was committed. Medusa, Yawar had a very good read what's going to happen, so he bailed. Top lane,
Finally.
dropping. Sumail gets the last hit.
Seb, oh man, he was close there to getting two of them. Oh, he's blocked Quinn in, forcing the additional Astral Step. Quincy crew, it really does feel like they're on the back foot now. OG are laying it on thick, putting on the pressure everywhere they go. But it has been a good couple of minutes for Yawar. Bottom lane, farming away. All that bottom jungle cleared. Oh, but Quincy is scouted here. Dire Vision sees LOA, launching the lava
Curse
back
is
onto
available.
the Wyvern again. But a good curse, you're right, Lacoste. While Seb, he's in a 1v3. He fishes them back. And an LOA for Seb trade, but oh, where did he go?
He just disappeared,
Yo, it was gone. They're in the arena now, and Sumail with a DD rune is clearing them up. Quinn, he's on a TA, jumps over Thompson. They've got a good Wukong's command going as well. Sumail with refraction back in 3 seconds. That spear's good, but Quincy can't capitalize.
They had no follow-up. That was a great Winter's Curse to set things up. Bane needs to stay outside because the Nightmare level 4 outranges the curse, so then you can save people with it, but he got caught inside of it.
That Medusa just dissipated.
It's too much damage. After a horrible laning stage, Sumail managed to recover Dragonlance and this already, so they're not gonna be playing around the top part of the map. They will be lurking. If they get a pick-off or two, there's still this Roche potential.
Yeah, the gap between the cores noticeable with a 3k lead for OG. TA and Dawnbreaker right up at the top. Good spear back. Leslau fans no tail, but
Solar
again
Guardian.
they're on the prime
Echo.
target. The big one is Yawar's Medusa. Celestial Hammer and that Starbreaker make short work of her, while Quinn does find a pick. But Quincy crew are going to lose so much more. The neutral creep will claim the life of Wyvern. But the thing that matters most is OG moving forward, striking onto Quincy crew.
They don't rely on any cooldowns. Yeah, having Solar Guardian is nice, having Fiend's Grip is okay, even Echo Slam, but even without that, OG's heroes will take the fight.
And now a freebie Roshan for them, for a TA in particular.
Yeah, you'll give it to TA for sure. Sumail, that's not a mid TA, so you want to give it to him this time around. Dawnbreaker, full Heaven's Halberd finished.
Oh.
It's a 5-second duration disable on Medusa.
That's very true. MSS with Quinn. They are in onto Sumail, but that refraction allows her to withstand the early punishment.
Sleep.
And Sebi moves forward.
Keeping him
Sleep with
alive.
a save. The kisses come out. There's a Winter's Curse. Holding
Only two
OG
supports
back,
getting him.
but Sumail is still fighting. Oh, Quinn and Leslau will take him down. But they trade that Aegis for LOA's life. Is it worth it? Can they get out? They're trying to retreat. Leslau, he's in a little piggy mode. Thompson and Seb, they'll find him again. Good Fisher and stun. Got Tribute back, but the Nightmare will hold him in place.
They needed to get something extra out of that. Quincy crew killing Aegis almost instantly from TA, and now Tier 1 tower, so the map is gonna shrink for Quincy crew. 6k gold lead, 17 minutes in.
It's a mountain that they've got to climb now. Oh, look at that experience difference as well here.
Oh, that's big.
6 levels difference, 16%. Grove bow, not too bad there. Neutral items dropping out. Starting to become a worry though for Quincy crew in terms of how they start fights. What is their form of initiation? Because their entire draft so far has been built up to have a Medusa front line, move towards objectives, have 3-4 heroes sit behind her and defend her. Saxa with a backup of the Dawnbreaker. Okay, MSS not really able to play down here. Medusa's Stone Gaze not really doing an awful lot.
Medusa's got a man
straight in onto Yoar. Okay,
Starting
one
to chase.
hit and destroyed.
I don't think they can get more out of this. Blink Dagger in 5 seconds. Quinn. Oh, he has no Astral Steps. Seb thinking about it.
Seb wants it so badly. Cool. If Quinn showed on that wave, he might have been dead. He might be dead still. The Fisher
There's
into
the
grip.
grip.
They're going to find Quinn's Void Spirit. The Arena Spear slows out No Tail. Quinn can step on top of the bait. Face off against Seb, but Sumail's arrival will really look like disaster for Quincy crew. The cold embrace and that bulwark from Leslau. It is tanking through the damage of Sumail.
Thompson's too tanky. They don't have anything to deal with this. Winter's Curse available.
They spent
Sumail
the
gonna keep hitting him.
But you're right, the TA's on the Earthshaker. Thompson has claimed the life of LOA. But that's now Wukong's down, Winter's Curse down, Arena down, and your Medusa is still not really finding the space to farm.
Medusa's just not ready to take the fight. She joined one, used the Stone Gaze, but I feel like he's been very active early on, but needs to find some space. Needs to farm like 2-3 minutes to be able to farm up that Scotty.
Time.
Buy time, Gary.
Buy time. Shopkeeper, please, I beg of you, just give us another 10 minutes. But OG, looking at that clock, not allowing Quincy crew to run it down. Quinn with Kaya Sanj heading into Aghanim Scepter, of course. Not looking too shabby. And he has found some nice openings on the backlines, like we saw from Thompson in Game 1, getting onto the supports, removing some of that
didn't talk
teamfight
too
control.
much about Quinn, but he had a really good game, caught only once. They have a limited amount of stuns, I would say. He can easily dodge those, except the one from the Earthshaker. Having Kaya-san is going to help out quite a lot against the Earthshaker. Combination of the stuns, the chain stuns, and now going into Ag. Still far away from it, but once he gets that, it's going to be very easy to control the Bane in the backlines.
So much global potential here from OG. Dawnbreaker, Templar Assassin, Earthshaker with Blink initiations. As Leslau cuts back behind that wave, glyphing the tower as well. Catapult will die, so OG don't have a great opportunity, or maybe they do. Or maybe they can just kill the tower without creeps. Who cares creeps when we have so much minus armor, the tower crumbles.
This is a tier 2, 20 minutes in. They can take the outpost. They also have another wave of global presence. Templar Assassin finishing off Aghanim Scepter on top of Solar Guardian.
Astral projection, jumping from realm to realm, like Monkey does from tree to tree.
I did not want to say astral projection. You would call me out once again, Gary. A lot of fancy and long words.
If you read the tooltip, it's fine. There it is. Solar Guardian onto Dusa. Thompson whacking away, burning through Yuar's mana. Now Sumail's in with the minus armor, and Yuar's but a hit away from death. They can't finish it off. Kisses are too far away as No Tail.
He finishes him off. Saxa snipes him.
How's he found that?
That was
beautiful
max
shot.
Range. Thompson, once he goes in, there is no counterplay. He's not afraid. Having the status resistance, having the evasion.
Okay, Saxa. Very fast on the fingers, blinks away from danger. MSS on the low ground, tries the balance strike, but he hits the ground with a thud. No Tail, the only casualty there for OG. While Quincy crew, that Medusa dying just feels so bad for them. Every death, every second without the Medusa on the map farming
Map
puts
is
you
just
further and further
smaller
behind.
and smaller. Traps to be able to TP to them. Observer boards, deep observer boards placed. Quincy crew, they cannot play the bottom part of the map.
Yeah, OG are everywhere and nowhere. Hiding in the shadows, lurking and looking for their moment. And this requires drastic action from Quincy.
Smoked, trying to find something. All they're gonna find is No-Tail. He's gonna be pretty happy about it.
A kill on No-Tail. Still a kill if it happens. Good nightmare swap by LOA to make sure Quinn can finish the job.
That was close. If he got another brain sap off, it would just prolong it, but bottom lane, MSS.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Scouting things out.
Make
See
sure.
Thompson drawing on a minimap where they want to go. Double damage, bottle up once again. 1 CS away from that level 20 talent.
And is that
-1 luminosity attacks required. That's what he's going to go for. Yeah, and full AC items just keep multiplying.
They're coming out of nowhere. Bottom lane. Saxa silenced up. So Monkey King finally getting his job done while Sumail hiding on a trap. Not going to get scouted by MSS, and a good Winter's Curse. It's there onto 7 Thompson. Yoa with a Stone Gaze and the Wukong's command to back them up. This is the fight Quincy needs. Spear on Thompson, but a nightmare save. They sleep him up. The double circles, the Venn diagram and death. Quincy crew fighting to the bitter end, but Thompson is so strong.
Manages to blink out.
Another spear, another dissimulate. No-Tail nearly dead, but Thompson and Sumail continue fighting.
He's still not done.
Medusa's pretty much out of mana right now, and MSS is nearly found by Sumail. A God tribute back. Thompson, he wants a kill. Give it to me.
Oh man, this double damage, it was a perfectly set curse to try to reset a bit, but the damage output from Sumail and Thompson is a bit too much.
6,000 damage coming out of Thompson.
This AC reducing the armor while Sumail from the background.
He denied it.
Mel and Deso. Big W. That deny. You know, you need any kind of psychological help you can get.
The combo. They chain disable LOA.
He's godlike. -1 set of barracks. They're still tier 2 tower on a mid lane.
And you don't even have Seb here with you. He's up top.
Yeah, they felt so confident. Seb was showing on the top lane. He knows that they cannot chase. Medusa,
Wandering around.
she just does not have a damage item. But Quinn getting the jump.
And he gets Fishered back. Seb, does he have backup coming? No, it's Laszlo that's going to try and help out Quinn, who nearly dies solo to Earthshaker. But even with a Dawnbreaker coming, Quinn, dodging the hammer. Off to the left-hand side and in the trees, but they know exactly where he is.
Good Astral Slap from Quinn. It just came off cooldown. If that Soul Guardian... Oh, he
Astral
found it.
Step countered by Astral Projection. Kisses coming.
Saxa from downtown, providing vision for his team. Max range once again, Mortimer's Kisses.
And Sumail putting this net worth to use. 17,000 up. Looking for tier 2s again. Cruising through this top lane. And OG moving towards a game 2
No-Tail
victory.
getting the sleep on a mid lane, pinging it out.
The cavalry's arrived. The Fiend's grip required from No-Tail. Yoa will try his hardest, but can't save Laszlo. They get Saxa though. No-Tail, Scardy slow.
Good kills from Quincy. Even though it's just the supports, Yawar gets 1 kill. He needs cheap damage. He needs something, anything at this point, because right now it's not enough. Getting the Crystallis might do the trick. I see BKB queued up next. I feel like they need damage. BKB in this situation, yes, you're playing against Bane, you're playing against the Earthshaker, Dawnbreaker. I guess he also wants to be able to deal damage. Heaven's Halberd causing a lot of issues, but I don't think that's the item that he can afford to go for. Second Roshan, that means Aegis and Shard. Let's see who decides to pick it up, whether it's going to be Sumail or Thompson.
Looks like Sumail.
They're going to give it to Sumail.
The silence on the traps.
Yeah, because even when you use Psionic Projection, the traps activates, silences.
So
Double
good against the Void
TP
Spirit.
on the outpost.
against the Wyvern.
No tail, no observer ward, so can't see Monkey, just a casual sentry.
And Monkey saw the sentry placed. Now the observer's cleared up. Samael making his way forward. OG not really fully together just yet. Still with Thompson and Seb up in that top third of the map. They'll collapse and connecting onto mid. Spear back in. That's the Aegis TA though, and they've not even killed her once. Thompson, he pops the illusion rune, and he's safe and sound. Quincy crew didn't expend too much for that though, just showing that one spear play could be enough.
TP back to base by Templar Assassin. We'll come back to one of the traps. Full HP, full mana.
They've always got to contend with that bottom lane though, and you can see the lines being drawn as Seb jumps in.
The jump.
Wyvern dead. A 5v4 now, and OG holding Aegis means they can continue their aggression in the Radiant base.
Seb, long duration, a long fissure from that Ether Lens, and also has Shard. That got nerfed, but still.
They've caught Yawa.
Still a decent one.
Yeah, Laszlo is in with his BKB, throws the arena down, but this is disjointed from Quincy. Saxa, Sumel and Thompson stand their ground, they'll be slowed down, but the echo! Seb gets the two of them. Thompson, he wants Yawa so bad, and they'll find him with that fissure.
Thompson still going, even inside the Wukongs, doesn't care too much about it. Celestial Hammer gets the kill.
Beyond godlike Thompson, nightmaring up the Void Spirit now. Chain stuns galore. Finally a Winter's Curse onto this Dawnbreaker, and they'll clear her up. Quinn is back in.
That's a deal with Aegis. They need to get more.
They need Sumel's Aegis. They need to kill her twice. Quincy crew losing their mid laner Barons.
Remnant.
Saxa, can he help Samael? The buyback and the Solar Guardian comes in. MSS in a lot of trouble. Laszlo trying to defend his Monkey King, and Quinn blowing up the Snapfire.
The power of the global presence, they got what they came for. They got the second set of barracks, even though it cost them quite a lot. 2 buybacks,
Triple buyback.
One from Saxa, one from Thompson, and Quinn, he got a lot of kills. They need to be very careful about the Winter's Curse, because this is how one of the cores is gonna die.
That's a big swing.
Still haven't seen the sleep, because most of the time Bane is trying to set things up. Also, one ability that's causing a lot of problems for OG is the Cold Embrace. They don't have that strong spell damage. They don't have any damage that they can throw. Mortimer's Kisses is nice. Celestial Hammer is also decent, but it's not enough at this stage of the game to kill anyone.
Do or die for Quincy crew. It's 31-31, but the kill score is but one small part of the story. OG ahead by 17k and 2 racks up. They're smoked, and Quinn will be spotted. Sees Thompson, makes eye contact, and decides to run away.
Void Spirits throughout the tournament decided that Shard is a very good pickup. Adds another ring to the Simulate, an extra 200 damage.
Super good. They hold back Samael. OG needs someone to shove in that top lane so they can continue pressing forward. Hold Quincy crew in their base, limit their farm, and make sure that Medusa's kept shut down. Right now, Quincy under lock and key.
Dobson's gonna hit another big timing. Satanic, and also picking up a Shard, plus level 25. Dawnbreaker gains magic immunity during Starbreaker, and at 25, 2 charges, so 2 free BKBs.
It'd be faster to say what she doesn't have. Thompson's got everything.
Pretty much.
A better calm from OG now, though, knowing that the nerves, the pressure that Quincy crew must be facing right now are substantial. Waiting in the base, hoping for an OG mistake. But
another
a double
DD for Thompson.
Damage rune for
I
Thompson.
stopped counting after the 5th one.
What a monster. And this is oppressive gameplay from OG. Oppressive gamers. Can't
Is
farm
that
bot.
what OG stands for?
Absolutely is. Can't farm mid, can't farm top. Medusa sat in fountain, twiddling her thumbs and wondering, what am I meant to do? I've got a BKB, I've got a Scardy and a Manta, but buyback-wise, not looking too hot. No, 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 and no. Oh, no, that's a yes. Sorry.
Okay, 1 yes is fine.
And it is a Winter Wyvern.
20k gold lead for OG. Smoke from Quincy. Let's see what they can do with it. Drawing on a minimap, so they know where they're gonna go.
But look at OG.
OG already on the high ground.
Blinking away from the bounty runes. And again, it's one of the moves that Quincy crew has to make the most of. And is do everything here, but Saxa dancing away, nightmared up. The spear misses, but still dead. Can Quinn hunt for more? It looks like MSS is going to leap backwards. Look for the vision that OG have placed.
OG does not need to rush anything. They can wait. 40 seconds without Saxa. Bottom lane is pushing in. Mid lane's gonna push in. And also Roche. This is the third one. Might respawn in a minute and a half. Medusa still at this point doesn't deal that much damage that you need to be afraid of. She needs another big item.
Is Daedalus going to be enough? Is Rapier an option in this kind of game?
I think you just go for Crystallis at this point. You're too far away
the
from
chain
it. Solar
stuns are
Guardian.
coming! Quinn dead, the Winter's Curse from LOA.
There's the
this
speed
isn't a
save,
fight that
finally.
you can take. LOA and MSS, they'll catch the Winter Wyvern as OG pummel Quinn into the ground with that beautiful play from Seb. Good little bit of lane cutting though from MSS. Spring and strike. And the double damage rune did get expended by Thompson. He'll find a haste rune to refill his bottle now as TA picks up the 8 refraction instances talent.
That's a big one. They don't have the overtime damage, so this is going to be very easy for Sumail to jump out with the Hurricane Pike. There is also a Nightmare save. Aftershock.
And the Aftershock. Tops and Saxa weren't quite close enough to cookie up the high ground though. They'll still get onto that high ground. The minus armor here.
20
from
seconds
OG.
without a Quinn might be too much.
Tier 3.
This is very hard decision. Do I buy back or not? They might get mega creeps from this. 13.
Yeah, 10 seconds to go. Leslau makes the move. You're right, he buys back. But Thompson, he's man to commute and so Sumail. Down goes Leslau, forced to buy back along with Quinn, but OG hold the line.
2 buybacks. They can reset. Thompson just needs to get himself back to full HP. With 1 Starbreaker charge, that's gonna be it. They have Trap inside the Roche, which will respawn in 2.5 minutes. That's a long one.
They see everything.
It's gonna be a
Smoke
Fisher
time.
from downtown. Fisher, level 20 talent, plus Octarine core on top of the Shard. He can just stand further behind and play from the fog.
And they've got so much follow through. Whoever gets caught by that is dead to rights. Melee barracks dropping lower and lower. But Quinn is there to clear through the wave and the catapults. And OG in no rush. 36 minutes in, they are very, very calm. Just knowing that Quincy crew are the ones on the back foot.
Quincy crew, they don't know when the Roche spawns. We know. We see everything.
They need some kind of momentum swing here. They need a fight around Roshan Pit. They need to get out of their base.
Creeps
but
are gonna kill the melee barracks.
Take down your, yeah, that's huge. And LOA, sneaky observer ward.
They still have Observer and the Sentry, plus a trap inside Quincy's base.
The jump in. They look for Seb, but the Dawnbreaker's arriving and a nightmare save again. No tail keeps him alive. The Winter's Curse connects on the TA, so Dawnbreaker will hammer away. Yao are in trouble though. Enchant Totem and Blink Echo. Not enough to finish one off. As Seb, he deals with that monkey on the back while Thompson, he's battering into Yawar. Sumail gets the kill.
That might be it, Gary. I don't think Quincy crew has any fuel left. No buyback on Quinn. Yawar using the buyback. Same goes for Seb.
But no buyback.
It's time to go in. It's time to finish this game. Get the mega creeps.
The 2 cores are down. What can the remaining 3 do? Mega creeps are coming.
3 versus 5.
Such a difficult spot for Quincy Crew to be in. Templar Assassin doesn't even get tickled by the Medusa and Monkey King. And Quincy Crew have got to know they're on their last legs now. Tier 4s are falling. Your buildings, the foundations are being rocked and shaken by Seb. They do have the buyback.
No curse.
But now your throne is open. And OG are knocking on your doors. The dream. Oh,
GG,
look at
good
that.
luck, little bro.
Beautiful from Yoa. And the dream of the three-peat is still alive.
It's still alive as for OG. Great performance. They managed to make a comeback in game number 1. In game number 2, Thompson on the Dawnbreaker once again showing what he's made of. Like, what a performance by him.
Unstoppable. Like that coach was saying, Topias is crazy on that Dawnbreaker, and he showed it right here. What was his score at the end? 11, 2, and 19.